All right, you sheet metal workers can laugh at me, but I don't know what I'm doing. Don't really have the right tools. I have a few hammers. I don't have a auto body hammer, so that might help me in those. Of course, if I put something behind, I see like that, which I don't have that shape. And I put dents already. I'm telling you. How do you guys do this? Just for a customer, I have to start over. It's sad to say I already did start over. I mismeasured and made it one piece, beautifully made, 24 inches instead of 20. There you go. So I cut it down. That's the results so far. 2 more to go I can put together. This I can show you. This is my template for the next part that goes on. It's going to look like this. And hopefully will fit. Of course, nothing's tied together yet. That's the next part. I have to do it all by hand. My guy that was helping me cut things out and stuff decided he's just too busy, so we'll see what happens. It's a blast, but I got to clean this off before too long, or it's going to have ugly fingerprints, and I'm going to have to clean the whole thing with Brasso. All right, so I got those hooked together. Got these 2 made. Now I have to do some fancy pruning. Attempt will be squeeze those together very nicely, clamp them with vice grips, feed them around with a hammer until I get just the right fit. And as you see, it's my favorite thing, fumbly. Sarcasm. I don't need fumbly, I already am fumbly. So that will be soldered. I think that's a good looking joint. That's good lesson. Look at that. God damn. Mm-hmm. Okay. Math gas is so hot. you know. A little polishing. I should only have one like I just did. I think I said that before. I'm gonna lock that in a little bit. Own signature. I made that up, but I can't find my pliers. There they are. It's going to drive me crazy, so I got to try and get that off. It'll probably loosen the whole seam. Time to clean that one. Now it'll all turn black the same eventually. Check the square real quick. Pretty good. Okay, let's try that again. Sorry about the fan noise, it's just too hot to not have it on even though it's air conditioned in here. I'm just old and fat. It's never cool enough, but I'm also cheap, so I refuse to turn the thermostat lower. Fan makes it fine. So today I'm working on the center section of the chimney pot. And right now I'm just adjusting my size a little bit. I want to make sure that it fits down over the piece I made before. I'd rather have it a little loose than a little tight. Because the paper pattern I had looked fine, but I could tell the corners were a little torn. So I increased this either a quarter or a half an inch. I think I increased it a half an inch between the things, and that will give me plenty to drop down lower onto the top. Probably doesn't make sense, but when I assemble it, you'll see. Paper pattern on so I don't have to get as many marks on the outside. Maybe they'll just be on the inside, which is the other side. Now I'm going to start bending the tabs down, I think. That'll make it stiffer, so when I go to bend those seams. They will bend where I want them to bend in a straight line. I don't have enough people to kind of hold this up to keep it from bending, so I'm going to bend it on my table. I don't know if that's the way to do it, but that's the way I'm going to do it. Part 2 ready to fold into the proper shape. Let's hope I don't mess it up. Running out of copper. Well, I keep forgetting to turn on the video. I don't know how much I've taped so far, so this of course will drop down on top of this level here. Once I fold this down and there's a flange inside I need to be able to connect. But I think it's looking pretty good. Today I have to trim down the inside flanges here by half, because I have this flange here that will then fold over this one, but right now they're the same size. So I have to cut down on the length. Otherwise it'll be impossible to fold. Okay. Now I will fit this on here. I had it folded just right, but I don't remember which side well, I know. That's correct. Where's the side? And this goes this way. Yeah, that's it. So now what I have to do is reach inside from the top, square it up, clamp that, and I'll be able to bend them over. Since I don't do this for a living and or have done it before, there's some certain shortcuts I'm missing, such as bending this down and then back up, because I want to make sure it fits before I screw it all up. So to make it fit, sometimes you got to bend the flange out of the way. There. Actually helped my fit considerably. Okay, I'll bring you back when I'm rolling it. So I'm not sure how this is supposed to be done. This is how I'm done in it. Now it's pretty much one piece. I'm going to take a wide chisel I have from the bottom and straighten those out a little bit, but it'll solder up nice, and from the road it should look pretty good. So I got all four sides soldered up. It looks watertight. I see a little sunken spot there, I think. That way if any water was to work into that little space, it could lift up and break that. So I'm very pleased. It's not the best soldering probably in the world, but from the road it'll look pretty good. This is kind of rough right at the moment, but I'm going to cut an opening here, actually here, and then I'll roll those flanges back, all four sides. Then I'm going to put a copper pan like this, a little deeper, behind there, and the flanges will fold in, and that will be my recessed areas. Start fresh so I don't make any mistakes by having duplicated lines. Okay. I made it easy on myself. Nice rainy day today, but it's still pretty warm. I didn't turn on the air conditioning, but I apologize for the fan. If and when you ever get fat, you'll understand. Or it's a guy thing, because I'm always hot. And that takes care of those dents, thankfully. This is kind of a wasteful way, in my opinion, on how to do this. But for me, it's easier because to make this as a three-dimensional thing would be too difficult. I'd probably screw it up and waste even more copper. bends started. So this is the hardest step for me because I'm not very experienced. But I've already done 3 or 2.5. So I may have, it may look a little easier than it is for me the first time. I struggled. Not horribly. I did a test piece. This poor brake is so old, this copper's a little curved. Oh yeah. Probably should clean it up and have it fixed so it's a little more precise. And grease so it's not quite so hard to maneuver. These are things you can't just go to the store and get, especially in copper. Someday I'll have my shop. I have so many things stored in here to do the next edition, which hopefully is going to start this summer. But I'll actually be able to get in here. What am I hitting? How'd you get over there? Okay. Squish that again. There we go. I gotta bend it this way. And tighten it all the way up. And bend this one. Then I bend. This one. The reason I'm not tightening them up, I don't want this particular groove smashed solid. So after I do this, hopefully, now smush this part way. center. Took me a long time and a message from a sheet metal guy with a picture to figure out how to make this. Which bends to do first. That's a little tight bend. I wanted 90, but I was so busy. Forgot to pay close attention, but just go like this. Pull it back to 90. Oops. And another one done. Now to cut out the roof pattern. Big long did it. My 4 corners here. I think the metal work isn't near as hard as the patterning is. When I'm done, hopefully this will be. Well, let's see if I can screw this up royally. Wish I had a piece of metal with a 45 or a 60 on the end. If I stack a few of these up. Probably won't help, but can it hurt? Now, and these flanges, I wasn't sure where they would end up. So kind of have to end out of the way. It'll be hidden forever. these will be folded in and then down to set in the top. It's not the proper way to do it. That's how I figured it out for me. That is not too bad. So once this bend goes in, that'll square it up really good.